know you're going to get through. No matter what it is that you may be facing, understand that this too shall come to pass. Walk by faith, not by sight. Don't worry about what it looks like. It's going to be all right. Just keep going. Don't quit. Don't quit. Keep moving. You have 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. Make the best of it. Do what you got to do. Continue to tell God, thank you every day God wake you up. I want to say Grand Rising. If you made it this far, I would like for you to like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and send this to somebody that it may help. But as you continue to travel down the road less traveled or walk down the narrow path, you will begin to see that God has never left you or forsake you. Don't be trying to control somebody, or don't be trying to do things that you are not in control of. God is with you. We're not against flesh and blood, but we are against principalities of evil and rulers of darkness in high places. So you want to make sure that you stand vigilant and true to yourself. If you got to be alone because people don't want to treat you right, people trying their best to character assassinate you, or they spread rumors, they gossiping on your name, count it all joy. Count it all joy when people start to do all sorts of evil towards you. That means you're on the right path. That means you are not selling your soul. You're not selling out. Every day you wake up, make sure you tell God thank you. Every day you decide that you're gonna do the right thing. You're gonna treat others how you want to be treated. Then that's another day journey that God is gonna bless you. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So Jesus is Lord, and make sure you are doing right by others, treating them how you want to be treated. Somebody coming up against you, then you stand up for yourself. If somebody trying to destroy you, or they trying to tear your name down, then you stand up for yourself. You don't let people keep on bruising your head against the stone or throwing your head against the wall. It come a time where you say, you know what? Okay, God, I serve the Lord in all that I do. I'm gonna get through this. It's gonna be all right. Keep moving, keep standing, continue to trust the process. It's gonna be all right. Everything we go through is to make us stronger. If it don't kill you, it's gonna make you stronger. But you gotta be able to stand till the test of times. God ain't gonna leave you or forsake you. God will never let you fail. So God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a sound mind to hear what he's saying to the churches. So though they slay you, yet should you trust him. Keep trusting in God. Keep loving yourself. Keep doing what the Most High God is allowing you to do. If anybody's coming up against you, then it's for your good. It's not for your bad. If anybody is trying to harm you and anybody is trying to destroy you, you're a child of God, I want you to know it's gonna be all right. God don't play about you, you know. And this is not the end all be all. God didn't bring you this far to give up on you or to allow you to give up on yourself. You know. So it's important that you stay vigilant and stay true to the path. Don't lose yourself. Choose yourself. Don't lose your head. Use your head. Sometimes you gotta break bread to keep the poor man fed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do. Sometimes you're gonna have to, get on up even when you don't want to. But they say the early bird get the worm. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no squirming now. Ain't no ducking and dodging. I don't need you running around like a chicken with your head cut off. So you gotta tell God thank you. You gotta walk by faith and not by sight. It's gonna be all right. You protected. God ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. Yeah, the weapon may form, but it ain't gonna prosper. Now, if you're not being obedient and you're not doing what God tells you to do, then that weapon may prosper. But as long as you having a fear of the Lord and not fear man, God gonna take care of you. God gonna do it for you. But you gotta be able to do it for yourself. You gotta be able to love yourself. You gotta be able to trust the process and do what you know to do, which is best. Love kill a multitude of sin. If you got people coming up against you and you just want to do right by them or do good to them, that's all right. Count it all joy. Count it all joy when all sorts of evil begin to happen. Count it all joy. It's a brand new day. This is another day for you to get it right, for you to do something better. Every day is another sacrifice. Every day is another chance for you to rededicate your life to the Most High God. Every day. Make no mistake about that. You got to get up every day making a decision to say, I can do this. I got what it takes. I'm not going to be afraid of the arrows that are thrown at me. I'm not going to be afraid of tens of thousands that encamp around me. I'm going to walk by faith and not by sight. I'm not going to be looking to and fro, trying to make sure I'm catching every face that people put on. You got to mind your business, let people be. You know what I'm saying? The enemy is going to use your past against you, which is Lucifer, Satan, the devil. He's going to, he's an accuser of the brethren. So you got to make sure that you doing your part, that you trust in God, and you doing what God is telling you to do. You know what I'm saying? Let your yes be yes, and your no be no. A lot of people gave up on you too soon. A lot of people left you for dead. They already buried you. They already, was having a ceremony that was celebrating your death. They didn't know you was going to get up. They didn't know you was going to resurrect. They didn't know that you will continue to serve God. They didn't know. They didn't know that you was going to keep pressing your way, keep pushing your way. You know what I'm saying? That's why if God is for you, who should be against you? And if the world is against you, then tell God thank you, because you got to be doing something right. This ain't the time for you to get afraid. It's not a time for you to give up, But when God is showing you something, don't ignore it. God is dealing with you and teaching you about his law, about his ways, about his righteousness through Christ the Messiah, then just recognize that you are not in control. It's bigger than you, you know. You gotta be able, what's up, Liam? Liam, Grand Rising. You gotta be able to uh, recognize that God is for you and not against you. So don't be afraid of the valley of the shadows of death. You know what I'm saying? Because just know God is with you. You don't have to be afraid of the arrows, you know? Just continue to love people, continue to read your script, continue to trust the process, and don't rush the process. You know, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna get through this. You know, this ain't your first rodeo. This ain't your first go around. You weren't born yesterday. So it's mind over matter. Don't lose your head. Use your head, man.